30 years ago, the automotive world had reached a silent consensus. Supercars were untouchable. They were sacred relics, museum pieces to be kept in pristine condition, gathering dust in climate-controlled garages. Engineering was becoming perfected. Wind tunnels were making cars look more and more alike, and the fear of resale value was slowly killing the pure mechanical love between man and machine. Right in the middle of this era of sterilization, a voice rose from Nagoya, Japan. A man emerged with an angle grinder in his hand, ready to march against million-dollar Ferraris. He was ready to cut into the divine and rewrite every rule of the automotive universe. Wataru Kato. Today, we aren't talking about the ruining of supercars. We are talking about a manifesto of freedom, written with a cutting disc. Welcome to Car Files. Kato-san's vision is fueled by a culture of rebellion, born in 1960s Japan and perfected in the 80s. Bosozoku. The word translates to crazy, boso, and group, zoku. But its soul runs much deeper. It is the legacy of post-World War II pilots who traded their wings for wheels driven by a primal need to never be ignored. In the misty nights of Nagoya, these rebels would turn off their headlights to play cat and mouse with the police, their 12-foot exhaust pipes screaming toward the heavens. They were Kato's true teachers. When he founded LIBERTYWALK in 1993, a tiny garage that could barely fit 3 cars, he had no money, but he had those disrespectful Bosozoku genes in his blood. His first act of defiance wasn't with exotics, but with tiny K cars. The modified Suzuki Wagon Rs and Daihatsu moves we see today exist because of that initial spark. Kato's dream of turning these humble boxes into monsters. Kato-san's ultimate revolution began when he dared to touch one of the most sacred altars in history, the Ferrari F40. To traditionalists, the F40 is Enzo Ferrari's final signed masterpiece. To approach it with an angle grinder was as sacrilegious as spray painting a leather jacket onto the Statue of Liberty. But Kato-san didn't blink. He cut through that million-dollar body with cold, calculated precision. Yet, this wasn't just a visual stunt. It was a feat of engineering. Kato opened massive functional Venturi tunnels in the rear fenders, elongated the front lip, and gave the F40 the identity of a street outlaw. It wasn't an insult to Maranello's genius. It was proof that such genius could descend from museum shelves and actually tear up the asphalt. The forums went into a frenzy. Purists were up in arms, but Kato just smiled. To him, a car was never an investment. It was a visceral extension of the soul. However, Kato-san's revolution didn't stop with the F40. He greeted another icon of the automotive poster world, the Lamborghini Countach, with his angle grinder, sending a message to the world. No icon is more valuable than freedom. By combining the Countach's famous sharp lines with massive wide fenders, he turned the vehicle into a modern-day Bosozoku. Look closer at a LIBERTYWALK build, and you'll see a note next to the tiny Japanese flag on the door. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Kato-san uses this immortal line by John Lennon to send a message. To him, cars are not just hunks of metal, but a path toward world peace and happiness. The rising sun motif, with 16 rays painted on the roofs, is not a nationalist banner, but a tribute to the old Kyusha and Bosozoku roots to which Kato remains loyal. The asymmetric tilted headlights on Kato's personal cars, the intercooler pipes running across the front bumper like mechanical veins, and the 13-inch deep dish wheels that break the "big wheels are better" taboo are the signatures that separate this culture from the factory world. Kato-san's designs are like one-to-one scaled giant toys jumped straight out of the pages of the Shokoten Boogie manga he read as a child. He reflects the Japanese art of miniaturization, chisaki, onto the asphalt by squeezing the world's widest cars into Japan's narrowest streets. So, why those crude rivets? Why that raw metal look? Because those rivets are a salute to the quick and cheap repair solutions of Bosozoku youths on the streets, and a reference to the wild, mechanical spirit of vintage fighter planes. To Kato-san, these kits are not just accessories. They are body armor, preparing delicate supercars for the harshness of the streets. While the modern world hides behind 3D scanners and digital perfection, he remains one of the last masters who can still perform improvised cuts by hand and eye, challenging the digital world with a mechanical arm wrestle. This is why LIBERTYWALK owners don't just buy a part. They are accepted into Kato's forever young, rule-breaking global family and the loyalty of the LB Owners Club. The glittering empire we see today was built on a massive gamble in 2012. Back in 2009, When Kato-san first took a Lamborghini Murcielago to SEMA, he didn't even have the money to insure the cars. He didn't get a single order. By 2012, he was on the brink of bankruptcy. He had to choose, either surrender to the traditional shops or fire his last bullet. That year, the riveted widebody 458 Italia and the Nissan GTR displayed at the Toyo Tires booth caused one of the greatest internet meltdowns in automotive history. When the orders started rolling in, Liberty Walk was no longer just a shop. It had become a global cult. In Kato-san's operating theater, there are two prescriptions. If you want to return to stock, they give you LB Performance bolt-on kits that can be removed. But if you want a true Kato-san original, you step into the world of LB Works. That's where the no-take-seas, back-seas rule begins. The fenders are marked by hand, and the sacred metal is cut away. This is the hidden meaning behind the name Liberty Walk. When combined with Kato-san's first name, Wataru, to walk, it becomes to walk freely. To move across the asphalt by your own rules without seeking anyone's permission. Today, in the heart of an ordinary neighborhood in Nagoya, an automotive temple stands. This is what Larry Chen calls a city within a city. Liberty Walk HQ. From its 50s style Americana cafe to its massive body kit warehouses and the Miami showroom where F40s rest, it is a lifestyle factory. The loud machines that neighbors once reported to the police are now Japan's greatest cultural export of rebellion. In today's world of silent electric motors, sterile lane assist systems, and error-free AI driving, the legacy of Liberty Walk is more precious than ever. Wataru Kato reminds us that a car isn't just a hunk of metal. It is your scream for freedom. If you ever see a machine on the road with riveted fenders, an exhaust that shakes the sky, and a stance that hugs the earth, don't just look at it as a modified car. Look at it as a living manifesto of his legendary motto, as long as it's a car, we can do it. And above all, let's be happy together. Keep your engine strong and your roads and fenders wide. I am Car Files, and I'll see you in the next one.